Hello everybody, welcome to the channel, Nanna-M. My name is Lynn. If you're new, a very warm welcome to you, and if you are a returning subscriber, it's lovely to see you back. Now then, today's video is a baking video, and I'm going to make an old-fashioned English custard tart. Yum yum. So first of all, we'll make the pastry, and then I will make the pastry, and then I will make the custard to pour inside. So for the pastry, you will need 250 grams of plain flour, to which you will add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then you will need 60 grams of white sugar. I'm going to sift all this, so I'm going to pour it all in together. So that's 60 grams of white sugar. And then to bind it all together, we're going to need 1 medium egg and 20 mils of milk. So I'm going to use my food processor to do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sift all my ingredients into the food processor. So I'll do that and then I'll show you. I'll be back. So you're also going to need 130 grams of cold unsalted butter. If you're going to use salted butter, and then leave out the salt. So I'm going to take you over to where the food processor is and show you what happens next. So I'll turn you down and show you what I'm going to do, and I'll also tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the cold butter that's just come out of the fridge into the sifted flour, sugar and salt. And I'm just going to give it a little stir around so that every little cube of butter, I cut it into cubes to make it easy for the processor, so that every little cube of butter is coated in salt flour first. Let's give it a little stir, and then it doesn't stick then to the blades as much. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pulse this until I've got what looks like sand. It'll only take a few pulses, it won't take long because I've cut the butter up into little squares. So this is for the shortcrust pastry. Delicious. I love pastry of any kind. So won't be a second. Okay, so I'm just going to pulse this now. That looks good. Yeah, there's no lumps in there now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to whisk the egg and put the egg in. So I'll just whisk it. So that goes in. Make sure I get it all out. I think if you're in the USA, a medium egg in the UK is like your large eggs, I think. You'd have to double check on that one. So I'm just going to give this another pulse. And now I'm going to put my milk in. Just get that down from the sides. Now, to make life easy for yourself, you can always just go and buy some ready rolled, you know. It's just that I like making things from scratch. I tend not to make life easy for myself. So I'm going to pour the milk in, and that should now bring all this together, so we shall see. Right, that's not going to do it. So I'm going to take it all out now, and I'm going to do it by hand, which you would do after a while anyway. So I'll take you over to the mat and we'll pour it out. Okay. Get it all out. And all you need to do now is bring it together with your hands. My hands are clean. So you don't knead it like bread. You just bring it together. You need a little flour. You just sprinkle a little flour on. To get all this up. Pick it all up. Make sure you get it all. You know what I'm like, for waste not, want not. Scrape it all up. Perfect. So now what we do is we just form that into a patty, like a round. And then put it in cling film and put it in the fridge for, I would say, at least an hour. You can leave it overnight if you want to prep and do it the day before, but I'm going to leave mine for approximately an hour. Like so. Get my scissors. There we go. In the fridge. And we'll be back in an hour. So while that's in the fridge, it's been in probably about maybe half an hour now. I am going to make the custard because I want the custard to stand for half an hour before I bake it. So in this jug, I have got 450 mils of full fat milk. I didn't have full fat milk, but I did have some cream. So I've put a little bit of cream in the bottom first, and then topped it up with semi-skim milk, just to make it a little bit like full fat milk. Got 3 eggs, and I have got 75 grams of white caster sugar. So I'll turn you down and show you what I'm going to do. So first of all, I'm going to put the eggs in. My grandma used to make this all the time and I used to love it. There's just a little bit of something there. Get that out. Have I got it? Yeah. And I'm not going to put the sugar in yet. I'm going to whisk these first, because apparently when you're whisking, sometimes there will be a little bit, especially if you put the sugar in first, there'll be a little bit of egg white that doesn't mix in. So it's better to whisk this up a little bit first and then add your sugar after. And you keep stirring your sugar until it's dissolved once you put it in. So that seems to be okay. You'll see, look, there's bits of stringy white, but don't worry about that because we're going to sift it after. Oops. So now I put my sugar in, and I want to stir this now until it's dissolved. You don't want to create too many bubbles because it might bubble when it bakes. Just keep stirring till you think it's dissolved, and I think mine's dissolved now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sift this into another jug to make sure that I haven't got any stringy bits of egg white. So here we go. Got my sieve. Now I'm going to let that sit now for at least half an hour, because it helps it to set better once you start to cook it, bake it. So I'm just going to put a saucer on the top and leave that now. And my pastry needs another half an hour, so they'll be ready both at the same time. So I'll just clean up. Clean as I go, and I'll be back. I can't make my mind up whether to do individual ones or whether to do them in a bowl. 2 bowls I've got. I can't make my mind up, so I'm going to wait until I start rolling my pastry out, and then I shall see, because I did want to use a flan tin, but for some reason my flan tin has beveled. Look, can you see? It's beveled. I think it's been in the dishwasher. So it's not lying flat. Whether Ivy can do anything with that or not, I don't know, or whether I'll have to get a new one. So if you've just bought yourself a flan tin, be careful how how you wash it. I would just wash it by hand. I won't put it in the dishwasher. I can't remember if it's, I've had it years, and I can't remember if they said it's dishwasher safe or not, but I can't make a flan in that, custard tart in that, can I? Because it's like, look. So anyway, I will adapt and use something different, but I don't know what yet, but I'll know when I roll my pastry out. So I hope you're having a lovely day, and I'll see you in a bit. Today is Grand National Day, and I was just watching who's won. I did put a bet on. I am not a betting person at all, but on the Grand National I thought, oh well, I'll just have a little flutter, and I backed 3 horses and none of them came. But anyway, it doesn't matter, it's all for fun, isn't it? Would have been nice if they had done, but anyway, the pastry's out of the fridge. I'm going to roll it now, and then I'm just going to have to decide, aren't I, whether I do a dish or whether I do the bun tray, if you know what I mean. Make individual ones. So I'll tip you down and show you what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to start to roll. Turn a third. Turn a third. So for this first dish, I'm going to go about 2 inches wider than the dish is. So like so. And then oops. Brush the excess flour off. Then lay this over the dish. And then just pick it up and let it fall into the bottom. Pick up, let it fall all the way around, because you want to get it into that corner, if you know what I mean. It's not a corner, but you know what I mean. In the bottom of the dish. Like so. And then I'm just going to push it up the sides. Now, I don't think I will need to blind bake this, but I am going to do, just to be on the safe side. So I'm making sure I've got it all the way around and it's into those corners. And then I'm going to cut it. I mean, you can get fancy with this, but I'm not going to get fancy with it. Push that up. It's a bit thick there. So I'll just push it up. And then what I will do is I'm going to cut, what do they call it? When you prick the bottom. Just prick the bottom like that. And that's to stop it from rising up and making big bubbles. And then I'm going to put, I've got some baking beans. But you can use pasta, you can use rice, you can use lentils, you can use anything really. Screw this up. Put this in. And then fill this with my baking beans. And then I'm going to put this in the fridge to cool off again. Don't need to do this if we do, if I do individual ones in the bun tin. You don't need to do this. You don't need to blind bake it. So that's going back in the fridge now to cool down while I sort the other rounds out for the bun tin. So I got a fairly decent sized pie dish out, and I also made a smaller one because I think if I tried to do the bun trays, I don't think I'd have enough custard because I've only got 700 mils. I've only got 700 mils. So I thought I'll just try these two and see how we go with that. I think I've just got enough custard for those two. So I'm going to blind bake both of these for about 10 minutes, and then I'll take the beans out and then I'll put them back in for another 5. So I'm just going to put them in now. Woo woo! And I did have some pastry left, so I've just done what my grandma always used to do, and I've put loads of dried fruit in it and sprinkled sugar on the top, rolled it out like that, and I'm just going to make that. I forgot what they call it now, but you just put, when it's baked, it's beautiful, and you just put butter on it and you eat it like that. So I'll show you what these look like when I bring them out after 10 minutes. Let's see. So they've been in now for 10 minutes blind baking. I'll show them to you. So I'm going to carefully take the beans out. Oh! Well, that didn't work, did it? I'll get them after. Right. So I'm going to tip them now in here. And then just take these out like so. I'll pick these others up. Wow, they're hot. I'll get them after. So now they're going to go back in to bake the bottom for 5 minutes. So they've just had another 5 minutes. So I'm going to see now how far this custard will go. Let's see. So pour some in there. It kind of only just enough, isn't it? So yeah, only just enough for the two. So that was a good guess. Now you can, if you choose, just sprinkle some nutmeg on. So I'm not going to put a lot on, but I will put a bit on. And I'm going to, oops. It's really strong, is nutmeg. And I'm going to put those back in the oven now for about 25 minutes. And then I'm going to check them after 25 minutes. And if they wobble just in the middle, then I know that they're done. So I'll put them in the oven and I'll get back to you. Don't they look good though? Woo woo. So they've just come out of the oven now. And if you can see, they've just got a wobble in the middle, and that's how you want them to be. But you've got to let them cool down before you eat them. So mine took about 30 minutes. Crust is a bit overdone, but it's because they were in for so long, but never mind, they'll still taste nice. So as soon as they've cooled down, I'll cut into one and show you what it looks like. Yum yum. So it's cooled down now completely. and I've taken 2 pieces out. That's what it looks like in the middle, because I only want a small piece, otherwise I'll eat the lot. So this is what it looks like. Look at that. Gorgeous. So I'll have a little taste. Look. Absolutely delicious. If you like custards, you'll like that. So I'm going to make myself a nice cup of tea now. It's just brewing over there. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to really, really enjoy this custard. And it just reminds me of my grandma, bless her. She were always baking, grandma. My mum wasn't a baker, but my grandma was, and I think that's where I get it from. So, oh, delicious. Please do give this a go. Wasn't hard, was it? And if you don't even need to make your own pastry, do you? And if you just do small ones, you don't even need to blind bake. It's only if you do a biggish one that you need to blind bake. So, yeah, fabulous. I really love that. So that is definitely a good one. I'll enjoy this. So if you've enjoyed it, please do give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Leave me a comment if you like in the comment section. And if you hit the notification bell, YouTube will let you know when I upload a new video. But as I have this, I don't know if I said it at the beginning or not, so I'll just say it again now. I won't be doing a video every week because I'm beginning to put weight on because I'm eating it, everything that I'm baking. So I'm going to cut back a little bit, but then I will keep doing it. I'm just not going to do it every single Sunday. It's just far too tempting. I'm okay with biscuits. I buy biscuits for Harvey. He loves a biscuit. And I can say no to those, but my baking, no, it's impossible. And what I did with the leftover pastry was I made one of those that my grandma used to make. And I've just cut that in pieces and you spread butter on it, and that is delightful. You can put anything you like in it. I just put mixed fruit in mine. So I've enjoyed that little Sunday baking video, and I'm going to sit down and enjoy it and eat it. So stay well, and fingers crossed. I'll see you on the next one. So bye for now. Bye bye.